decisions as I go to anywhere I flow. Sometimes I believe, at times I'm rational. I can fly high, I can go low. Today I got a million, tomorrow I don't know. Decisions as I go to anywhere I flow. Sometimes I believe, at times I'm rational. I can fly high, I can go low. Today I got a million, tomorrow I don't know. Stop claiming what you own and think about the show. We're all playing the same game, waiting on alone. We're unknown and known, special when I clone. Hate will make you cautious, love will make you grow. Make me feel the warmth, make me feel the cold. It's written in our stories, written on the walls. This is our call, we rise and we fall. Dancing in the moonlight, don't we have it all?
Hello everyone, welcome back to our Căn Nhà Màu Vàng channels. And in previous episode, we are mentioning about what you need to know before investing in Vietnam property. And in that episode, we mentioned about how important to have a local bank account in Vietnam for all of your transactions. So in this episode, I would like to invite Mr. Tony, is the financial business manager from UOB Bank, to be here with us today. Hi, Mr. Tony. I'm very happy to have you here.
Yeah,
today.
nice to meet you too.
So, do you watch our previous episode?
Yeah, already.
Yes, so very
18 episodes, right?
right. So it's very detailed about. We both know that the foreign investor, they need to have a local bank account in Vietnam
Yes.
to do all the transaction during their purchasing process, right?
Yeah, correctly.
So I think the most common question will be, what will be the procedure to open a bank account in Vietnam for foreigner, especially for foreign investor who want to purchase the property?
Yeah, a lot of questions about how to open a bank account in Vietnam for foreigner.
Yes.
So we have non-resident foreigner and resident foreigner. For non-resident foreigner, we need to have the passport, the visa, the entry stamp. It means the stamp when it comes to Vietnam, and the address proof. What's it? It's a kind of document to show their address in their country, like bank statement, bill. That's all.
Like electricity bill.
Yeah,
water
correctly.
bill,
Any bill, gas bill, electricity.
to confirm the address, right?
Yeah. And for the resident, we only need the passport, the resident card in Vietnam, and the address proof. It means the address, so it means the document show the address in Vietnam, like renting contract,
right.
or bill. That's all.
All right. So it's quite simple for the
Yeah.
document to prepare to open a bank account.
Client will send to the bank those documents, and the staff will prepare all. Then they will come to the bank to sign, and all the account will be processed after one working day.
One working day only.
Yes.
Very fast, right?
Yeah.
So that is the reason why when we work with our client, for example, they fly, like they are Hong Kong, they are Taiwan, they are
Yeah.
Singapore. They fly to Vietnam on Saturday,
Yeah.
right? And in the morning of Saturday, you're still working.
Yeah.
So then they go to the bank, open a bank account, sign the paper, and then they go site tour with us. When they fly back to their country on Monday, then their bank account start to work, right?
No, because for the foreign bank in Vietnam, we will only work from Monday to Friday.
So just only Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
right?
So the best way is that before they come to Vietnam, they should send us the document in advance. Like give us the passport, take a picture, passport, address, and when they come to Vietnam, they take picture of the visa and the entry stamp. At that time, we prepare everything, and they come to meet us to sign, and after one day, the account ready.
Account ready.
Yeah.
So here is the question, like because they are not living in Vietnam for the case that non-residents, right? So most of the transaction will be online, right? Will be online banking.
No, in Vietnam, use the payment form. I know a lot of property is more than like 5 billion or 10 billion.
Yeah.
They have to make a payment form, and also the bank will repair for them.
Oh, I see. So my question is like, because you know that when we selling the project, especially the under construction project for the foreigner, so the payment will follow to the term, right?
Yes.
Follow to the payment term. So they will pay every month.
Yeah.
For example. And as your bank service, how would you support their client with that payment term?
Firstly, when they come to Vietnam, they open the bank account already, and we will check their the contract, because in the contract of the house it will show the time of payment, like 10 times, right?
Yes.
We will prepare 10 payment paper, put all information, and they will sign. And every month when the deadline comes, the bank will come back to verify, this month we will pay this
amount.
payment for you. They confirm, okay, we process.
All right, so you will be automatically remind the client.
Yes.
Which is very, very important, I think, because especially with a client who has many property and they invest all over the world,
Yes.
then it's hard to remember what will be the day.
Correctly, and every time when the deadline comes, a lot of clients, they feel very hard to use the online banking or how to transfer. We prepare all for them in advance. This will be save time for them and very convenient for them.
That's very fantastic. Yeah. Right. So of course, transaction overseas is always more complicated than transaction in the local bank system, right?
You mean,
like for example, my client from Hong Kong want to transfer the money from Hong Kong to Vietnam. It will be harder than transfer in internal Vietnam to Vietnam, right?
For the foreign investor, there were through 3 steps. Firstly, it transfer fund from overseas to Vietnam.
Yes.
Secondly, transfer in Vietnam to the developer account in Vietnam.
All right.
And finally, when they sell their property, send all their money back from Vietnam to their country again.
How come?
Okay, so now I will go specific in each step. Okay, step 1. After the foreigner open a bank account in Vietnam, they can transfer their fund from overseas directly here. Very easy.
Yes.
Even they transfer from their personal account to personal account here, or they transfer from company account to the personal account here.
All right.
But they have to note whenever they transfer, they have to put information in the payment detail. For example, transfer to Vietnam or transfer to buy property, anything. It's very easy from overseas to Vietnam.
Okay.
Secondly, that's they use the fund in Vietnam to pay for developer. Easy too.
Yes.
Yeah, because they have the selling contract of the developer, and we have the time of payment. So each time when the deadline comes, the bank will process the money, go to the developer.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And finally, in the future, when they want to sell their property and transfer all the initial fund, include the profit back to their country, they have to submit, firstly, either selling contract. It means when they sell to another one, they have the notarized selling contract.
Yes.
Secondly, is taxes payment.
Yes.
Normally 2%, because when they sell their property, they have to pay tax for the government.
Yes.
Yeah.
The personal income tax.
With their 2 documents, the bank will check and process to transfer the money back
to the country.
Yeah, and the money the bank process will exactly the same on the paper they submit.
I see. So here's another question related to it then, because you mentioned that they can transfer the fund from their country to our country, to Vietnam. So what will be happen between the differences in the currency? For example, my client, they transfer the money by Hong Kong dollar to the Vietnamese bank account, and is it automatically convert into Vietnamese dong?
Yes, because when they come here, I will open a VND account, and when the client overseas they transfer fund here, even in Hong Kong dollar, euro, GBP, or Singapore dollar, anything, except China, except RMB, except Taiwan dollar.
I see.
Yeah, and when the fund come here, it will automatically transfer to Vietnam dong.
Yes.
And I will confirm the rate to the client.
So the rate will be changed within the time, right?
The rate will based on the ball rate of the bank. But sometimes when client they transfer a big fund, I can deal the rate for clients.
All right. So it will depends on how much they transfer in
Yes.
each transaction, and then
Yes,
you can
correctly.
deal for the rate. Because you know, in the currency, it will impact a lot on the profit of the
Yes,
people
I know.
who make an investment. All right. So few more questions about the foreigner buying the property in Vietnam. Some of my clients used to ask me like this: as a foreigner, can you asking for the loan from the bank to buy the property?
Actually, foreigner cannot apply a loan.
And like for you know that all the transaction have to be recorded by the bank according to
sure.
their local bank account, and the role of the bank is very very important for all the transaction.
Yeah.
And as a manager and your team, how would be you support your client, and what is the service you are offering in UOB right now for the client?
Right now, our service, firstly, clients will have RM, is relationship manager, will take care of their account. Yeah, like I said, they repair all the payment, pay on the contract, and every month they will contact the client. And when the deadline comes, they process that one service. Another is the deal exchange rate. Yeah, we support to deal exchange rate for client, and even when client want to transfer the money back or transfer out of the country, if the amount higher than 30,000 USD, then no fee.
Oh. So another question. In last episode, when we mentioned about how many times that an investor have to be in Vietnam to process their purchasing, we mentioned 2 times. Firstly, they have to come to Vietnam to open a bank account.
Yes, correctly.
The secondly, they have to be in Vietnam to sign the sale and purchasing agreement.
Yes.
That is 2 times minimum. So in this case, I want to ask you that, because you say that you can only open a local bank account by proving that you have the immigration stamp on your
Yes.
passport or your visa, right?
Yes.
So what if, like right now, we have been through the COVID-19, right? And the border of Vietnam is still not open for the foreigner to come back to Vietnam. So how can you support them to open a bank account in case that they need it?
Yeah. Since the COVID, it's very hard time because foreigner cannot come to Vietnam, and our bank has a new way to support the client, because UOB currently have like more than 500 branches and office in the
500
world.
branches?
Yeah,
Yes.
in more than 19 countries. So we can support to open the account. Even the client cannot come to Vietnam, because UOB have many branches, mainly in Asia, like China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia. So the client there, they only come to the branch at their country, and they will sign the paper and send back to Vietnam. So in Vietnam, when I receive the document, I will process for them.
So that means this is a flexible strategy from your bank
Correctly.
to support the client during
Yeah.
the COVID-19, right? And that would be fantastic if someone can open a bank account from overseas, and then they can saving more and more time when
Yeah,
they,
very convenient
they
during the
travel
COVID
here.
time. Yeah.
Yes. So a few more questions. Because you have been working in reality so many cases before,
Yeah.
right? So every special note, every issue can happen, or any risk that can happen, then you can predict for our clients so they can avoid that, for saving time and more working effective during the time.
Of course, because I have been done many cases. So mostly when client they transfer money to Vietnam, they forgot to put payment detail on the transaction.
Payment details.
So when the fund come, the bank reject to receive it. And I remind client many times that when transfer fund to Vietnam should be write the information. For example, transfer to Vietnam or transfer by property.
So the detail on the payment is very important.
Correctly.
All right.
Yeah.
So another
And another thing is when they want to transfer the money back, they have to submit the selling contract and the taxes payment. Some clients, they sell their property, for example, with a high price, but they only make a taxes payment with a low price. The bank only transfer back exact amount on the taxes payment.
So it have to be very transparent.
Transparent.
Everything have to be clear,
Correctly.
transparent, to make sure that you sell and you pay the tax exactly with the selling price, and then you can convert that money back to your country.
Yeah.
Right? So what about currency? I used to be in a case like this. My client, she do 2 times of transfer. The first time she used the Hong Kong dollar transfer.
Yes, correct.
Very successful. But the second time she used the US dollar. And then it's stuck somewhere. And then we spent like 3 weeks to figure out where is that money. So is there any note for the currency, the type of currency that the foreigner can use to do a transfer?
I think before client want to transfer fund to Vietnam, should contact the bank staff first, because we will know which currency they will transfer and which bank that they use. Because from overseas to Vietnam, the cash have to go through the correspondent bank always.
Always correspondent bank. Yeah, exactly.
So if they know which the correspondent bank, the money will go fast.
I see.
That's
I
the
see.
point.
So that means we need to maintain a good relationship, stay in contact with the agency from the bank staff to support that.
To make sure the money go smoothly.
Everything is smoothly, and of course many cases.
Yeah.
Wow, what a very informative information, and I think that the client will need a very full service team support like your team is doing right now.
Correctly.
And of course we'll have so many more questions, but because of the limiting of the time for our conversation, I will let down the information of Mr. Tony down in the description. So if you have any question, any concern that you want to have more consultancy from Mr. Tony and his team from your bank, you can leave it in the comments or send it to the email directly. If you like with all the information that we have providing us in our talk show series, please like and share and let me know that you are liking this video, you want to have more video like this one, or leave the topic that you want us to do the talk show in next episode. And if this is the first time you visit our channel, don't forget to click subscribe and the bell next to it to make sure that you won't miss any special episode of us in the future. And now thank you Mr. Tony for being here today. What a pleasure for Căn Nhà Màu Vàng, and goodbye.